right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This will not be my most popular video, but for a few of you, this will be the most impactful by far. Who is drawn to commercial real estate sales? A ton of perfectionists, of which I am one too. How do you know if you're a perfectionist? And what are the potential downfalls of being one in this line of work? That's what we're talking about today. Let's go. Now, first, you know if you are, if you've been planning certain things for 6 months and you just haven't got around to them, you've got 1,000 tabs open, you've got folders called ideas, you feel like you haven't shipped something in weeks. That type of life is no fun. And it's really living in fear in the costume of preparation. And I was really this same way, but one of the things I've been tackling this year, which again is one of the ways I use my YouTube channel on things I'm teaching myself and disciplines I'm building, is to absolutely tackle perfectionism. So these are the things that I'm telling myself right now. Again, not motivational posters, not like you got to hustle better, the whole hustle porn work culture, but things that actually changed the way I'm thinking about work. So that's what I want to go through today. All right, before we jump in, quick word actually on perfectionism, which is not about high standards. Perfectionism is a control mechanism. It basically says, if I never fully put this out there, no one can judge it. And therefore it leads to a lot of indecision, which will crush you in the sales game. By the way, indecision many times just feels like careful thinking, but it's actually just over-analysis. It's fear dressed as over-analysis. So if you're a real entrepreneur and builder, the way out of this is a mindset shift and to begin to practice over and over until you actually become better at killing your perfectionism and moving forward, actually taking action and moving forward. So what are these principles that I'm telling myself? I'm going to give them to you very quickly. And again, I hope they're helpful. I hope as you sit down this week and think through, what am I tackling? What am I journaling about? Many of these things might help. At least they help me. So the first principle is to practice decisiveness, not confidence, but decisiveness. And they're not the same thing. And here's the difference. Decisiveness is a muscle. You train it by making small calls or decisions fast throughout the day and doing them over and over. So it's basically like a muscle. What's for lunch? Make the decision. What version do I send? Make the decision. Is this done? Make the decision and send it. Which idea needs to be killed? Do it. So you practice that decisiveness, or you practice picking essentially. The more you practice that, the less every decision feels like a life sentence, at least for me. So build that habit of picking like a muscle and storing up those decisions. Second, call out your own insecurities out loud if you have to. Write them down. When you catch yourself over polishing something to the point of exhaustion, ask yourself, who am I actually afraid of? Is it you? Is it someone? Is it failure? Name them and then keep going. Number 3 principle I want to share is destroy your own pessimism. Every project has a voice. Every salesperson has a voice that basically says, this won't work. Your job is to silence that voice. Your job is to work louder than that voice. And if you don't have it, God bless you, you're super lucky. Number 4, crucially important, forget what others are doing. You might be watching competitors, peers, people you admire, people you resent, people you're close to, people you've never met. One of the biggest truths of this video is that their map is not your map. Your job is to build something real, not track the leaderboard. Number 5, and this is perfect for commercial real estate in 2026, put your head down and just work, right? This isn't a forever thing. This is this sprint thing. Today, right now, embrace that it's going to be a quieter season. Put your head down and be productive. You'll look up months or years later and realize that you've built something very real, which is the point of this video. Next principle, number 6, I think you're going to take some bad breaks. You will, right? That's not a risk. That's just the game. The question is whether you've decided in advance to stay in the game no matter what breaks happen. And I can name a few examples here recently as the economy has gotten tough of people I know in the business that have inspired me because they basically just said, yeah, it could be worse. And that, by the way, is the next principle. It could always be worse. And I know this sounds cheap, but if you're watching this right now, just think about perspective. Think about other people that have giant real problems when maybe the biggest problem you have is losing a pitch, right? Most people can't try because they never get into the game. So if you're in, you're 80% of the way there. Now it's time to execute with perspective. Number 8, this has been hilarious lately because it's actually possible, did you know, to just enjoy a simple workday by living in the present. Most days in commercial real estate might be site visits, meeting with people, work, emails, task problems, phone calls. The people who build the most and the best love those ordinary deal-making days. They love the nuts and bolts. They don't need it to be dramatic, which is just super cool. And as you do all this, that leads to the next principle, which is just quietly build your market share. You don't have to announce every move. In fact, the less you announce, the more you build. When the economy is going crazy, noise can be seen as the same thing as progress. And now that we're in a down cycle, I totally see the difference of people quietly building. And the next principle, owning their work. You don't half commit because you're afraid it will fail. If it fails, you want it to be fully yours as a failure, not some hedged, qualified version of an idea you were too scared to fully back. So own your work. Next principle is understanding that if you do all this, you're going to be successful. And if you are successful, one of the ways that you can give back is to teach or share from a place of authenticity. Now, I've shared this before, but when I started my content journey around right after COVID, let's say, I immediately started and my perfectionism kicked in and every post had to be perfect. And then at some point along the way, I realized what people really want and what really compounds is just authenticity. People trust others that are building in public. So those decisions and stories and projects that you can own, don't be afraid to share those and share them in an authentic way, build in public. Now, I think this next principle totally fits in. If you don't get anything else out of this video, think through this. You have to, in commercial real estate, deliver and then keep delivering. The single greatest advantage I have over myself as a perfectionist is a track record of closed deals, a track record of projects closed. When I remind myself of that, it kicks me into gear. Now that fits right in with the industry. Why? Because the thing that people value most in commercial real estate is execution. All things the same, right? This is getting through the idea that like, okay, you're not a criminal, you have morals, you're relationally driven, sort of, you're a decent human, right? After that, it's all about, can you get it done? And as you get it done, this next principle, enjoy your family. Man, get outside. It's springtime in Kentucky. I'm headed outside as soon as this video is done. Say I can't do that sometimes. The most productive builders, I have learned this, know that they have limits. They're not available for everything. They protect the parts of their life that recharge their work. So I'm not a machine. I'm not Claude. I just co-work with Claude. All right, let's finish on marketing. Tell great stories. This is the year. There's never been a time right now when it comes to content, being your own PR firm. If you tell great stories about your work, about the problems you've solved, about the bad breaks that you've taken, stories are how trust scales. Not features, not specs, not credentials. Those are all a huge part of it, but the story is it. Like I said, a little bit of a different video today. Comment below. Let me know if you like this. Again, I love thought leadership and perspective and sharing sort of these things that are going on. Thing about all this is if you do these principles and you put your head down and you grow this way, you will find that you're out front and you won't even notice. And I think that's the entire point. The people who are obsessing over every detail, the perfectionists, they're watching every project and watching what everyone else is doing as they measure the gap. But you, I'm talking to myself here, you've stopped doing that. You're just building and you're building in a real way. So close the tabs, pick something, ship it, kill your perfectionism, and then do it again tomorrow.